should be more than 3.
Do you click on it?
Oh, okay.
There you go.
So I gotta save this one.
Like a tickly ray. Like, you know, when your foot falls asleep? That's how it feels in your mouth, right?
Okay, so I have to save the other one.
Why it says error?
So I cannot download.
Why?
It's downloaded.
Huh?
It's downloaded. Here, go back to the Bruin Buy. Go back to your Bruin Buy. Okay, now go back to File. File. Yeah, and then go, and you can choose it.
But which one is it?
No, none of them because it doesn't say
Yeah.
today.
None of them say today.
Nope.
Because it's saying it's an error. I can okay.
Okay, okay. So, because mine goes, thank you, and it can wait 2 weeks. Okay,
There you go.
okay, okay. Thank you so much.
But how do I do a save
Yeah,
as?
sure.
There's not a save as.
Thank you.
See, there's not a save as. Let's see here.
Thank you so much. Okay.
I can't do a save as here.
23rd, both of them 8:30. Yes, I have it on my calendar.
How do you guys?
You can go back to the Bruin Buy and then go to the file because you just
You-
saved it right now.
You saved it.
Just right now, you just saved it the last click that you did earlier.
Okay.
So
You
now,
think I can find it?
yeah, I think right
Oh.
there. Now you can find it
Ah,
right there.
okay,
Perfect.
okay.
Cool.
Okay,
Thank you.
So now I referenced the quote, and then this one is the quote that I just saved. So does this save changes? Okay, this is asking the same thing, so you don't have to answer it. And then it's gonna say, will this purchase present a potential conflict? You could read this.
What is that? What does that
The
That's
mean?
first aid policy.
That's the conflict of interest with the vendors.
So it's the same wording, okay?
Okay.
So after you read it and you just say no, you could just save progress. And then do next. Now it's gonna ask you how many lines. Because we have a quote, I'm just looking to see if there's shipping. I'm going to do 2 lines. One, I'm just going to say.
How do you distinguish lines? How,
Oh,
what is?
on the quote.
Okay.
It says there's 2 pages, right?
Okay.
I'm not going to enter individual line first. Right now, there's 1, 2,
Okay.
3, and then the line for shipping, right?
Okay.
If you want, you can enter all that, but I'm not.
Oh, I don't want to do all that. That's gonna
Okay,
take me forever.
so-
I type like a second grader.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say per quote, and I've been doing it this way because to save me time. So I'm gonna say per quote. That is 42668, and I would reference the date of the quote, dated January 11, 2024. Okay, so now the unit price, because I'm doing it just one line, I'm actually adding all those 3 lines, or you use the total minus the shipping. And it should come up with the same number. So I'm gonna say unit price 715. You know, your tank, the keypad there is not. So, but just to check the number, make sure. line, add up to, it's not the right one. Did I put in the right number? 1, 4, 6, 8. That's not right.
That's
The
not
num-
right?
The number doesn't come out right. Okay, 146.02 plus 4752 plus 8174. Right?
Did I screw up?
That's a-
Did I do
that's a-
something?
No.
No, it says 1758, right? And then
Okay, well, look at how I do it, okay? 146.02, correct?
Mhm.
Next line, 487.52, right?
Mhm.
And the next line is 81.74. Okay, but if I use this number and subtract just the postage and shipping and all that, it should say 14, right?
Mhm.
But you know what, it's close enough. I'm just gonna pick the higher number
Okay.
and just say 1. Unit of measure, they give you a choice. And just do each. And it's gonna be taxable. Like, I don't answer these lines because it's not mandatory, there's no black star, I skip it. But this line, taxable, I do need to answer it. Okay, and then if you were to do individual line, then you could put catalog number. That catalog number would be like these,
Mhm.
item number.
Oh,
Mhm.
But since you're not doing it line by line, so
we can skip that.
yeah. So I'm gonna put a line that says postage. And handling, okay. And I'm gonna, this is 18. And it's gonna be 1. Unit of measure, I'm gonna say each. Skipping the dates.
Nothing within the one, in the quantity.
Oh, okay, thank you. And I'm gonna say taxable, most vendor have the shipping as taxable item. So I'm gonna save the change, save the progress. Then I put 1. Okay, so 7, 15, 28, line 1, 18, right? So it's a little bit more than this, but that's fine.
Hmm.
Save progress. Next. See, these have the total.
Mhm.
Okay, now there's more questions. Is it gonna be inventorial equipment? You say no. Is it a lease rental requires no. Any installation required no. And these are the items that, you know, if you check any of these, they're gonna prompt you with more questions.
But it has a star on it, so
But
you have to
yeah,
answer it,
So I
right?
have to say no restriction
Alright.
item. Save progress. If you don't save progress, it's gonna lose. You're gonna lose what you've done.
We don't want that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna do next after it's saved. Because university wanted us to use small business vendors. So, but because our value is less than 10,000, we don't have to do anything with this page. So we can just do next. Now, then we can add to the card. And I'm gonna say this order is for Daniel. Okay, the quote number is 42668. Okay, now I'm actually on line 1 where I set the quote. External notes are for the vendors to look at. So I would put the customer number. So when the vendor gets it, they go, oh, okay, this is the account number. They're gonna bill the invoice or the order under this account number. And then you do proceed to checkout. See that number's a little higher.
Mhm. Mhm.
But take the higher number. It's better to take the higher. Did I do it? Okay, so now you want to be able to change your shipping address. I've saved up quite a bit, but I have not done one for Daniel, so I'm gonna say 650.
Why can't they stay with Diana?
No, I would have separated. Okay, so 650 south. Now I have to show him how to do it too,
Oh,
right?
okay.
Daniel Mendoza, and then the book. Building name is okay, the room number I'm gonna do CHS 140, and I say ortho clinic. And I'm actually adding to my list so in the future I can just use it. And I could put a nickname. Okay. Now that I saved it, remember
pop
one
up.
screen we say we were
Mhm.
going to do taxable?
Mm-hmm.
M means 9.5, which is the LA County tax rate.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna take M. Don't choose any other one. It's gonna say M for LA County. So save it, and it's gonna populate here. 650 in the south is the medical receiving, right? So
Mhm.
they're gonna,
Mhm.
you know, after they get the item, they'll deliver to us. The M where we put the tax is 9.5 right there. The next thing we have to do is the FAU that you guys always put at the top. This is where we put it. 4 means UCLA, but it's defaulted. You don't have to do anything. For the clinic, you guys are going to be using 1360, and it's a dental clinic. And then you put in your account number 431914, and the fund is 64100. Okay, the object number, because we're doing dental supply, is 4680. But they didn't say, they don't say dental. It says medical supply, but that's fine. The sub is going to be 03. If you're using 4680, it's going to be 03 all the time. Scroll a little bit. You know, this under the source is really not mandatory. It was here when, you know, Holly was here. I don't know how you guys are doing your breakdown, but if you forget to do clinic, that's fine. Then you save it. Okay, and then you could double check to see if you entered it correctly. 1360, 14, clinic, and then it's gonna, okay, with 2 lines, right? Purple, and then the other line is just shipping. So after you inputted everything and you look at it, it's fine. Then you validate it. If you don't validate, it's not gonna let you place your order. So, but all the errors will be here. It will be shown here. Okay, so if, let's say you did something and you changed something, it's gonna ask you to validate again. So, but since I have not done anything, okay, so these 2 person is from campus purchasing. They, after I click place order, these 2 people will actually manually approve the order. So I'm gonna say place order. So every time you do a purchase request form, after you place the order, a requisition number has been assigned. So the way to look, if it's the home, go to this folder and you can see my order. You could look up the requisition and 3M Unitech. This is the one we just did, and it's still pending. So until purchasing actually looked at the order, there will not be a PO number. So if I look at this, look at my order, my PO, we just looked at the requisition, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now we're looking at my order.
Mm-hmm.
Because the requisition is pending,
Mm-hmm.
you will not see 3M here. So that's it, this one is done. So before, I could do this in 5 minutes, but of course, in the training, it's gonna take longer. But even for myself, it does take longer. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're doing 10, it could take you well up to an hour or more.
I understand.
And especially if you're new. Okay, so this one Diana says urgent. So maybe I should just do one more. So I have not done this vendor for ortho, so I'm just gonna start fresh. The other one, I did do it from a favorite, which I can show Daniel later. Okay, so if you do fresh, this is the form. Once you complete it, it's gonna turn into a requisition, and then once PO is once purchasing revealed it, it's gonna be a PO. So click on this one, purchase request. But it's probably with the same question. Whether you saved it as a favorite or whatever, it's still probably with the same instructions. And then I am gonna rename this. And Diana's edition.
This is one.
No, that's one. Right?
Oh, here.
Okay, so I have issue with this vendor saying that, I picked the wrong thing. I go, but there's only that many choices that I choose from. Okay, so there's a bunch of ones that says international, and the vendor said do not use any of those. But when I use the Sorona, which is the last 3 on here, part of the PO, when I looked at it, still have the international and Sorona, and then she was saying that it's not good, and I go, there's no other way to pick a different one. So I'm picking the first one since it's actually duplicated. They're all the same. Sorona, and then the address is the same. So I'm just gonna pick any, and then I'm gonna say next. This one, sometimes you guys order from like Dentsply Tosa, so they do business as Tosa and other division within Dentsply. So just do next, and then it's the same. You just have to complete it. You do next. So this is also goods, non-federal fund. Oh, this is the one I have to. This saves it, right? Right? Okay, so then I go back to this one. They don't really have a quote number. They only have a date. So I think I'm just gonna put in the 2 items. Because most quotes should have an item number, like an estimate number, quote number. But this one, I looked and I don't see it. So I'm gonna still say dated.
Our chair is gone.
What are you talking about?
The sit-stand chair.
Yeah, because I sent it out.
Thank you.
Okay, so these 2 are not required. These are not required. So with the conflict of interest, we already looked at it once. It's gonna just say no. Save. Next. Since This one, I'm gonna enter it, then there's no shipping. So I'm just gonna do 2. Let me see if there is a way to cut and paste. You know, some PDF, you can cut and paste.
That'd be
Not
great.
this one. Not this one. I like to do it all caps.
What? No.
So this one it's 490. Quantity 2. I'm gonna say each if they don't say anything. Taxable. The item number, just put the item that the pool has.
And then how many times a day?
Now line 2.
Perfect. You're gonna be great, okay? Start tonight. Sound good? Alright.
Do I need a decimal point before this? Because this one has it, this one doesn't. Are they?
Yes.
I should, right?
Yeah.
What do you have? Anything later? In the day, yeah. Yeah, that's fine. It's gonna be fabulous.
Oh, and then this one, it says it's a pack.
Sure.
Oh. This one says it's 100 in a pack, so I'm picking pack here. Still make it taxable. There's no shipping. So I'm gonna, this one you could use this, so you could extend it out. So now I'm gonna verify that I typed it correctly.
Thank you.
Very tedious stuff you do here.
Huh?
This process is very
That's
tedious.
why if you have a quote and if they reference a quote number, it is so much better just do that one line. Then I don't have to type it. But yeah, but some PDF allow you to
Copy and paste. Yeah.
Yeah, but this one doesn't. Oh, this one I put it wrong. I keep on looking at this number, but it's just this times the quantity. Okay, so line 1498, this one is 373.41, and save. And then do next. And it's the same question. Is it inventory or no? Does it require financing? No. Installation? No. Then I say no restricted, save. Next. This is the small business questions again, the same one. So next. Okay, so now I can add to cart. Okay, this one doesn't have a number, but I'm gonna say quote dated 2/1. Wait, 2124 by the person's name?
Sorry, 8:30?
$71.41 without tax. Okay, now the shipping. Oh, I put Daniel's name, but then I don't think it showed up on the PO, so it's okay. I'm gonna pick Diana. Diana, I have it all populated before, so I'm just gonna pick the tax code, save. Then I'm doing the FAU section. Anything that's required, if you don't do it, it will prompt you with an error. Oh, and then good thing that you guys only have one fund, unless you guys are not using clinic fund.
What was that, Sandy?
We only have clinic fund.
Yeah, if you guys
Oh, yeah,
if
yeah.
you guys have other ones, then
Oh,
you have
So
okay.
then you have to check which one, be sure you're checking the right one.
Right.
I hate this. You would make sure you're in the correct cell, then you input the correct information. Okay, so 61.4. That's 498.370.
I have to disappear when I do this because I cannot get interrupted. I'll goof everything up if I got people talking to me on my
No,
left
close
and
your door.
right and
Close the door.
no, I'm not always in here.
Oh, okay. So validate.
This is the HIPAA.
Didn't I click it? Just take some time to. Okay, so it's still from the placeholder. So it's just like before.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a requisition.
But I also need an appointment.
Yeah, so it's pending. So sometime today it's gonna turn into PO, and then that's when I give you the PO number, and then you guys use that to
Yeah.
follow along the details, like about when it's gonna be shipped and all that. There's a section actually where they ask you, you could choose under the shipping whether you want to expedite, but we try not to expedite because it costs more, overnight,
Okay.
And most of the vendor that we use, they kind of have their own system. If you guys don't say anything, it's going to be second day, ground, whatever.
Right.
Yeah, so I usually don't change it unless you guys really wanted it
I don't-
rushed. But it's going to cost more.
I mean, now that we're gonna be part of this, I think it's already gonna be expedited to sort of,
Because then it doesn't
be-
get, well, it still has to go to
yeah,
Sandy
but she
for-
approves. They
No,
approve
if
it right
the
away.
approval comes
Yeah.
fast.
Fast.
The delay now
Yeah,
is because
yeah.
I don't have time to do
No,
it.
I get
That's
it.
why.
Yeah.
That's why it's gonna
If-
become a lot faster
Yeah,
though.
if you guys were able to do it soon,
Mhm.
you guys don't have
Yeah.
to do it.
Yeah,
soon.
we don't have to worry
So then
sort
yeah,
about that
It's
anymore.
just me
Right.
because
No, I understand.
they've been giving me so
I
much other
understand.
stuff.
Right, because you're not doing just this.
You're doing, yeah.
The management wants me to focus on reports. But
I understand.
I go, I have orders. It seems like they don't care.
That's
But then I do because I ended up having to
Yeah.
finish it,
Yeah.
And I don't get paid salary, right? So
Mhm.
just like you guys,
Mhm.
I don't know about you, but
Mhm.
I do my 8 hour and I'm like going.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank
The
you.
training that they showed us, they tell you a lot more other stuff, if you have to change something and that, if it ever. So I did do one for Diana before. Okay, so this is your first page with the instructions. Basically, you don't have to answer anything. You just have to read through it, and then you say next.
Okay.
And then I have edited. I have named this purchase request form. Okay, before I go through this, starting March, you'll be doing ortho's order. So, but the approval still needs to go through me, and then I asked Dr. Camargo to get his approval, and he usually do it within hours or even within by the next morning, whatever, depending if it's on out of town or whatever, right? but he's usually pretty fast. So after you get his okay, then that's when you can start.
Okay.
Do not put in an order before he approves.
Got
Okay,
it.
so
But-
how do you want the protocol to go now? Because Diana normally sends you all the LDOs.
Yeah, so she and Daniel do the same thing.
Okay.
Still go through me, and then I send it to Dr. Camargo. And lately, he's been copying the person who requested it,
Mhm.
so you guys would know that he's done it.
Mhm.
He's looked at it, right? Yeah.
Got it.
So
Okay.
so the protocol still stays the same, it still comes to
To
you?
me, yeah. But then you'll be doing your order and Diana.
Diana's too?
Yeah, just to help me out. Yeah, because
Okay, we need to get her involved in here too, because she has a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you're overwhelmed, I'm overwhelmed. So if we don't balance it out,
Well,
I'm just letting you guys
it's
know.
a communication with Dr. Sunil,
I know.
right? Because
Yep, yep,
it's
yep, yep, yep.
it's
Yeah.
not just
That's why
you.
I'm here, because he,
It's not
push-
just you and Diana,
Yeah.
me.
Yeah,
I get one clinic less. They're already giving me
Yeah.
piles of stuff to do.
okay, so
Yeah,
it's still.
all of
and,
us.
and that's more
We're-
time consuming.
all of us.
Mhm.
All of
Two
us are dealing with the same
Sandy,
thing.
Sandy,
This is
too.
dentistry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all
this
of
is
us.
dentistry. Okay, so then I do next. And then I would search the vendor. So this is, I'm gonna do 3M. Unitech. And after that, click search. And supposedly we should pick an email address where the check, the payment's gonna go to. So this is their physical address, but we should pick the one that look like a PO box, like a file number, because that is their lockbox. That's where they would prefer payments going there.
Okay.
So in this case, it would be the
But-
56561, which would be the second one. It's already marked preferred,
Mhm.
and then you would just click next.
So-
Like on the address that you guys provided to me, this is the physical address. But
Mhm.
most vendors do not want checks going there. They
Mhm.
want a special
Mhm.
lockbox just for payments. No invoice, nothing, just payments. Yeah. Okay, so after you do all that, since it's selected, just click next. Okay, now we have to go through the general information and the line item. So all we need to do is just do next. Okay, now, most of the time, you guys are ordering goods, right? Like tangible items, not service, not
Mhm,
repairs,
mhm,
not
mhm.
anything like that. So you would pick goods, and clinic fund for ortho, it's not a federal fund, and we're not mixing different
Mhm,
funding
mhm,
source.
mhm.
So ortho will always be non-federal. Okay, so now, this is why I'm asking you guys to give me a quote, because quote, anything marked with black star means mandatory,
right.
so I have to upload.
So before I got an email saying that we were gonna just write quotes for 5 lines or more,
Yeah, but
right?
then
It changed.
they changed.
Okay, no worries. I
2
just-
weeks into the start of the program, is we started on they said the 2nd, right, of January, but we were still off, right? So we came on the 3rd. They didn't, whoever did something, they did it on the 18th of January. They make all these 3 lines. It wasn't there before.
Oh, okay. It's an add-on.
The quotes used to be on the second page. They worded differently. They didn't have the black star. That means it's not mandatory, right? But after the 18th, like around noontime, they changed it. They added it on us. In the training, they did not say quotes are mandatory.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Thank you.
Uh-huh. It's not me. I mean, like I would be willing to do 5 lines. Because right now, in the new system,
Mhm.
they kept it at 20 anyways. So if you have 3-4 pages, it's going to be over 20 lines. You won't be able to enter anything. In the old system, you could do however many lines you want. The new system, they kept it at 20. Okay, so I'm gonna say unit quote. Oh, but I don't remember. Good thing I printed it. So this is your order.
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
Daniel? Yeah. For. fun part is I need to find the quote from here. This is not my email address. So how do you know where you?
Oh, like my email, like the quote.
Yeah. I
Oh.
need to be able to find it here so I can upload.
I have it opened over here, so let me pause this.
So